I love all of the roller coasters at Darien Lake. Well, most of them. But anyway, in this video, I will be talking about each of Darien Lake's 8 roller coasters and what the park could do to make them better. There will be rules, like I can't make Ride of Steel dive off of a 600-foot cliff in the desert. Let's waste no time and get right into it, starting with Viper. This one is very easy, and if you didn't see my most painful coaster elements video, then what are you doing? Go watch it. But anyway, I talked about how Viper's Batwing is very painful because of the headbanging and whiplash down the element. So I know for sure that I would give it vest restraints and completely eliminate any headbanging. This would make the coaster so much better, and I might even ride it more than once when I go if this happens. Next is Tantrum, the park's newest and smoothest coaster. There's not much I can think of. I know a lot of people who just say make it longer, but I'm actually going to choose adding another inversion. And not just any inversion, but a Heartline roll like the ones on Hydrus at Casino Pier and Adrenaline Peak at Oaks Amusement Park. This will give some great hang time, air time mix kind of, and it would probably be the best element on the entire ride, and it would be an amazing end. Up next we have Predator. This coaster is actually getting a full Titan track retrack right now over the next few years. So this one's kind of hard to choose, so I'm going to pick something that they could do during this retrack. And I'm going to choose to make the finale more enjoyable. With a smoother track, it will already be running faster, but if they made the hills a little tighter and added more of them, then it might actually give more airtime. Because right now, there's a few very weak airtime pops that you'll still feel if your restraint is kind of loose, but besides that, it definitely is very slow and you can feel that speed is being lost. So if they did this, it would definitely fix that problem. Next we have Moto Coaster. And this coaster is a lot better than you might think. It's only about 40 feet tall and under 40 miles per hour, but it feels much faster and taller than that. I would say probably make the restraints a little more comfortable, but it's a motorbike coaster, so I don't really know if that's very possible. But a small problem that they can fix is the length. It's definitely a shorter ride, so making it longer would help. But I really don't think track length matters nearly as much as the layout itself on any coaster. Next is Ride of Steel, or as some people like to wrongly call it, Straight Track the Ride. But unlike those people, I think it's an amazing coaster. But I can still admit that it being the first Intamin Hyper, it definitely has a little bit of flaws. The biggest problem for me are the helixes, specifically the second one. You do start to feel speed being lost, definitely, and it would be nice if they put a different element in there, like some kind of overbank or a twisted hill would be really cool, like we've seen on some other earlier Intamin Hypers. But I still don't think this is too much of a problem because the coaster has other really good elements to make up for these dead spots, especially that one hill, if you know which one I'm talking about. Next is Hoot and Holler, and this is a really easy one. Make anyone allowed to ride it. It's really annoying when parks do this because us enthusiasts just want our credits. I understand that kids don't want to have to wait in a long line, but it's not like the GP thrill seekers will be lining up to ride it. Look at it. Most people are taller than this coaster. Up next we have Mind Racer. I really don't like this coaster. It's too rough, and even trying to enjoy it is impossible, because the layout isn't that good either. So I would definitely retrack and give it new restraints. This wouldn't fix the kind of boring layout, but if they're going to keep it around, then they at least have to make some kind of change to make it enjoyable. Even just a retrack or restraints on their own would make it a lot better. Just something to make it better than it is now. And lastly, we have Boomerang. This coaster has a really good element, but everything else is complete garbage. The Cobra roll is the worst because it's so jerky and it enjoys banging your head into the jail bar restraints. I just wish it was smoother, so I say the same thing with this one as Mind Racer. Just retrack only the Cobra roll even, and give it vest restraints. Because I want to be able to enjoy that very, very intense backwards loop. That's the only thing saving this coaster, because that backwards loop pulls 5.2 Gs, which is more than any other coaster at Darien Lake. So that was my list on how to improve every roller coaster at Six Flags Darien Lake. If you have your own opinions, then comment down below. I really want to see what everyone else thinks about this list. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video.